Thank you very much. I'm the pastor here at Murdoch Baptist Church, and we are so excited to host Port Charlotte High School bands here in this concert. It's the sounds of the season, right?
Yes,
is that good? Okay. So, there's a song that Frank Sinatra sang. It's the most wonderful, it's the happiest. Don't we need that right now? I mean, it's been tough, hasn't it? And so we're going to put some pressure on you guys to bring some of that to us. Okay? Is that okay? You guys up for that challenge? Okay, good. So he talks about lots of things in there. He talks about, one of the things he talks about is family is near. The problem is some of our families don't live in Southwest Florida. They live in snow country, or they live in other places. I want you to know that this concert is being streamed live on Facebook. And I want to encourage you, you can take out your phone right now, go to our page, there on Facebook or on YouTube, and you can share it with any of your friends and your family that aren't here, that they can share that, and it's going to stay up there. So if they don't get to see it tonight, they can see it in the future. So you can share it with them and let them know that. There's lots of things Sinatra said in that song, but I want to encourage you. Christmas Eve is on Saturday. Christmas is on Sunday this year. There's more to Christmas than just the caroling, than just the food, than just the music, than just the mistletoes, and just being with family. There's a whole lot more to it. Let me just encourage you. Find a church that's going to tell the Christmas story. Go to it Christmas Eve, go to it Christmas morning, go to both of them if you want. Go to the church that you normally go to. Please go. If you don't have any other place to go, we invite you to come with us. Come join us on Christmas Eve or Christmas morning or both, okay? I just encourage you because, listen, it's been tough, right? And we need hope. So, the music fades eventually, but go to a church and find some hope, okay? That being said, that's a couple weeks away, but tonight, when we get the Port Charlotte High School bands that are going to share with us under the direction of legendary, that's the only word I can use wearing that jacket, okay? Legendary Corey Hoban. We're so excited. I hope you are blessed. I hope you're excited, and I hope your hearts are stirred by this music. Thank you all for preparing, and thank you for coming and sharing with us. Come on.
Check. Yes, it worked the first time. Oh, wow. That was probably the biggest sigh of relief I think I've breathed in 75 days, I think just about, yeah. Welcome everybody, hello. Thank you so much for being here. I have to say hi. Thank you so much. Wow. Oh. It is so good to see all of you people. We would have seen each other about 2 months ago if we hadn't had our best friend Ian come through, as we are all aware of. And we would have been seeing this piece that you just saw these young musicians play. That piece is called Eagle Mountain Overture, and it is an overture format. Students, what's that mean? Yeah, some of them remember. It's about Christmas time. So A, B, A. We have a A theme, and then we go to a B theme, which is that slow section, and go back to the A theme. You'll notice that it wasn't very wintry. That's because it wasn't planned for this concert. It was planned for the fall concert. But these students were able to retain a lot of that information, and we were able to keep this piece on our program so we could kind of remember what we were going to be doing in the fall. So I'm going to give them one more round of applause for that, because that was not a piece for this concert. Nice job. Oh. Well, I want to say hello and welcome to our holiday or winter concert for the 2022-2023 school year. It is wonderful to see all of you here, and I know this is exactly what all of us need right at this time. I think Pastor Ron was exactly correct, that Christmas cheer, winter cheer, holiday cheer, whatever you celebrate or feel at this time of year, that's what we need right now. And that's what I've been telling our students. That's what all tonight is about. They didn't come here to hear you play perfectly. They didn't come here to see you all dressed up, though you do look nice. Okay, good job. But they came here to be entertained, and that's what you're here for, especially at this time, and that's what we're going to do for you tonight. Hopefully we've been starting so far. So we have only 2 more pieces for you for this band. Of course, we've had many trials and tribulations. I think we'll talk a little bit more about that a little later. For those of you who don't know, our band room was, I wouldn't say destroyed, because the building is there, but the building itself, or the room itself, really doesn't exist as a classroom anymore. It's straight concrete, even to this day. I know we had somebody, I think, come in today to see it, and they were like, whoa, this is not anywhere close to where we need. And they're right. We're in an ROTC room, at a room about 1/3 the size of our original band room. And for this band, as you can tell, they have plenty of space on stage, right? Yeah, absolutely. Very facetious on that. They're fitting together, and they're making it work. If I could say anything about this group, especially the symphonic band, because I think they've been hit the hardest. They're our youngest students. They had to deal with COVID too, so they came in behind already. And then they got their band room taken away about a month and a half into school. And that means for a band this size in the room that we are, we don't get, or didn't get, to rehearse together every day. What I've had to do with this band is split them up into brasses and into woodwinds, and they rotate sectionals every day in our room, because they do not fit inside that room. Now, I got frustrated about a week ago, as many of you might have, and I realized this is not going to work. These students are not going to feel comfortable at their concert. So I said, percussion, I love you guys, go to the other room. And I took all of our horn players and I shoved them in the room. And I said, we're going to make it work, because we need to do that. So for the last 5 days, we've been able to play together. But that's also not entirely true. Our percussionists back there, wave at them, say hello, hi. They've just had to make it work as well. So this is really, I would say, like the 3rd time, really, that you guys have actually played with us together. Isn't that correct, percussion? So that's huge. At this time, we would have had 5 days a week rehearsal for about 2.5 months. And we have had nowhere close to that, and they're still playing as phenomenally as they are. So I wanted to take that time to thank them, because that's all you. All you. Okay? Those of you who know me, and probably those of you who don't know me, know that I can talk if I need to. So I try not to do that too much at these concerts, but this concert was a little bit different. I needed to share with you the awesome stuff that these students have done behind me, and we'll talk a little bit more about that in our symphonic band, which is traditionally our younger students, freshmen and sophomores, but we have a large number. If you're a student that plays in both bands, can you raise your hand really quickly, please? We have a large number of older students that play in both bands, our symphonic band here and what you'll see, the wind ensemble, in the second half of the program this evening. And those students help to lead and to teach these younger students any of the stuff that they're missing, or help them get caught up. They help with tone, characteristic tone we talk about, and that's what helps this band be so great. But I am happy to announce publicly, I think for the first time, right? I don't think we've talked to anybody about this, that I believe our numbers are good enough. So next year we will have 3 concert bands, not just 2, which is awesome. That's a huge, huge, awesome thing to have. So that's all because of you guys in the community. So that's a wonderful thing. I don't know if we've ever had 3 concert bands at Port Charlotte High School. So I think that's wonderful, wonderful. We're going to continue on in our program into the winter and holiday portion of the symphonic band portion of the program with I'm going to do a straw poll with you guys here. How many of you guys have seen Nightmare Before Christmas before? With Danny Elfman, Tim Burton? Good. Most people in our lifetime have seen it. Now I have another question for you. How many of you, I'm going to start a war here, so just be ready to take sides, okay? And hopefully nobody brought anything to fight with. But raise your hand if you think it's a Halloween movie. It's okay. You're not wrong. There's not a wrong answer, okay? Don't be afraid. Raise your hand if you think it's a Christmas movie. Raise your hand if you think it's both. Raise your hand if you have no idea what I'm talking about. That was more people than anybody. Good. That's the group. Okay, awesome. So Nightmare Before Christmas, a very iconic stop-motion type of blended animation with Tim Burton as the director and Danny Elfman, the dynamic duo for that type and tone of films. The music is phenomenal. Danny Elfman is regarded as one of the greatest living and modern American composers, especially for film or TV, that we have now. And you're going to hear a lot of that here. This piece is a challenge in a normal year, and it's one of those pieces we use to step this band up to prepare them into the second half of the year for District Festival and the other things that we're going to be doing. And they just love it. They love it. It's a really fun piece, and so we're going to play it for you here. This is selections from The Nightmare Before Christmas, composed by Danny Elfman, arranged by Michael Brown. We hope you enjoy. Christmas cheer. They all heard that. That's okay. While they change around and get set up, you'll see a lot of people moving around. I've kept the band students away from doing that because I didn't want to cause any maimings tonight. As you can see, they might not be able to get around each other. So as they get set up for our final piece for this portion of the program, I just wanted to take a second to thank the multitude of people that have made this concert and really, honestly, this school year doable. I normally don't spend a lot of time thanking, and I one, need to, but two, I think it's very important. These concerts are the only thing that we have all year that is just about the music. It's just about the music. It's about no individual person here. It's about what we're giving to you guys and what we're all bringing together. And you'll see that you guys have an assignment in the next piece. Okay, so you're gonna help me out. But I would be more than remiss if I didn't thank the multitude of people that have helped to make this happen. First and foremost, our booster organization. If you're a part of the booster organization on the board or just a parent, a volunteer, can you stand for me for 1 second, please? Please, 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 seriously, thank you. These people are phenomenal. You're going to hear from them in a minute before our intermission. Thank you. I'm sorry I'm not mentioning all of you by name. I will introduce some of them a little bit later. They're going to talk to you for a second about our next band parent meeting, because yes, we are going to have band parent meetings again, even though we have no place to have them. We'll sit outside if we darn have to. I don't care, okay? But we're going to have our band parent meetings coming back into the spring semester so you guys can see what we're doing and so you can get involved, hopefully, because we are only here by the people that are here sitting in these chairs with you. And I see a number of administrators and our school board members here. I want to thank you guys so much for being here tonight. You guys have incredibly, incredibly busy schedules, and the amount of stuff that you do to make sure that our school system, and specifically in my situation, my band program is happening, I can't even begin to list those things. So thank you for that, beyond belief. Please, let's give them a warm round of applause. Thank you. I do want to take a quick second, and he's probably going to get mad at me for doing this, but Mr. Dionisio, would you mind standing for me for 1 second? I'm sorry to point you out like this. I apologize. Everybody, this is Steve Dionisio. I think you know who he is. He's been our superintendent. Thank you, sir. I was moved to make sure that I speak to and about him because for a superintendent, one, to be here, and I think we have all heard that he's retiring, and that's going to be sorely missed, perhaps already. And I wanted to just express how grateful I am personally, too. I was a student at Port Charlotte High School. I think many of you know this. I graduated in 2010. And during my time at school, those were Mr. Dionisio's years, and those were the heyday in Port Charlotte High School. I mean, we're back and coming to it now, but we had back-to-back A school years, which I think was the first time in our county. Is that correct that happened, sir? Thank you. Yes, and I couldn't have asked for a better leader at that time. I know I am a part of the person that I am, and a lot of us in this room, you sitting there and these students here, are that because of this man and because of the people that have worked with and for him. So I wanted to make sure that we recognized his many years of service and not just teaching in administration as an assistant superintendent and a superintendent, both principals, deans, everything you can think of. So one more time, please, Mr. Steve Dionisio. Thank you. Thank you for everything you've done for me and for us. So there are many of you out here that I need to thank personally, but I know that in the interest of time, I will save that for a personal conversation, and thank you for that. But I do want to take one more second to thank all of you that are guardians or parents that are sitting out here, because we would not be here, I would not be here to work with these phenomenal individuals. And I could not say that word with a more heartfelt sentiment, because this year proved more than anything that you have some phenomenal young humans that you guys teach, work with, and care for. And they would not be that way if it was not for you. So everybody up here on stage, we need to thank these wonderful people out here for raising you, for being here tonight, and for supporting all of us. So thank you for being you and for bringing them here. Thank you. So without any further ado, I want to close the end of this symphonic band program with a song we play every year. It's near and dear to my heart. Mr. Lopez surprised me with it when I came back to see a Christmas concert and told me I needed to get up on stage and sing. So I'm going to do the same thing to all you tonight and say, hey, we need your help. This is called Christmas Pop Sing-Along. So I'm going to need you guys' help to sing with us, please. I believe most of you know the words, and if you don't, hum your loud little heart out. Okay? I can trust that you guys will be able to do it. This is Christmas Pop Sing-Along. You're going to hear many of your favorite tunes through here. I will turn around, and I guarantee you can't miss me. okay? So I'll just look for it, and I'll give you guys the downbeat, and we'll sing together, all right? I promise I'll mouth the words, and I think we'll know them anymore, all right? This is Christmas Pop Sing-Along. This has been our symphonic band portion of the night. We really, really, really hope you guys stick around and see our wind ensemble. They're really excited to play for you guys, and they'll be playing 4 pieces. I know it's a quick concert this year, but I think that's understandable, and these kids are killing it, are they not? They really are. Yeah, thank you so much. Without any further ado, Christmas Pop Sing-Along. All right, y'all. Naughty or nice, Santa Claus is coming to town. He's making a list and checking it twice. Gotta find out who's naughty or nice. You're right, Santa Claus is coming to town. He sees you when you're sleeping. He knows when you're knows if you've been bad or good. So be good for goodness sake. Oh, you better watch out. You better not cry. Better not pout. I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. Ready? City sidewalks, busy sidewalks, dressed in holiday style. There we go. I see some mouths moving. In the air, there's a feeling of Christmas. People passing, dressed in holiday style. In the air, there make all you hear. I know y'all know this part. Here we go. Silver bells. Very nice. You guys should be a choir. There we go. It's Christmas time in the city. At a time. This one's Rudolph. And 1, 2, ready. Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer had a very shiny nose, and if you ever saw it, you would even say it glows. All of the other reindeer used to laugh and call him names. They never let poor Rudolph join in any reindeer games. Then one foggy Christmas Eve, Santa came to say, Rudolph, with your nose so bright, won't you guide my sleigh tonight? Then how the reindeer loved him as they shouted out with glee, Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer, you'll go down in history. They have a page turn, so I'm gonna let them do that. This is Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas, our last one, so I need you to sing loud with us, okay? All right, thank you very much. The best way to spread Christmas cheer is singing loud for all to hear. Buddy the Elf, here we go. Everybody, and have yourself a merry little Christmas. Let your heart be light. From important words here. Through the years, we all will be together if the fates allow. Hang a shining star upon the highest bough, and have yourself a merry little. On again. All right, good. What a wonderful way to start our concert this evening. We're actually going to do a quick intermission. I'm going to try and keep it about 10 minutes, so that hopefully we can come back at about 7:20. Please feel free to use the restrooms out in the lobby to get anything you need to take a stretch. We're just going to change our stage over for our wind ensemble very quickly, and we'll be right back with you for the second half of our program. Let them hear it one more time. Symphonic band, everybody. Wonderful work. All right. Okay, you guys. Thank you. Thank you. Let's go ahead and go by rows, okay? And please exit off the front of the stage. It'll be the safest way to do it, okay? Move this stuff out of the way and push your stands off to the side. Let's go ahead first row whenever you're ready. Step them down. And let's have everybody off, please, so that we can reset, okay? Everybody off. 5 chairs is all we need in the back. I think front row's done. Yeah, we can add some to the end too. You want one over here, Lon?
What's that? Oh, yeah, yeah.
Can I get Carrie Garn and Carrie Garrett up here? Please, thank you.
Where's the other Carrie?
Hey.
Hey.
Perfect. All right, thank you. Okay, everybody, if you could find your seats slowly but surely, I would appreciate it. Thank you. Or a little over 10 minutes. I tried. I'm sorry. Did what I could do. But I wanted to bring up some wonderful people to introduce to you guys. And this is not all of them. We have some more people. Charlie, you want to come up here? Please? That'd be awesome. He's already standing, so I figured, come on. Everybody knows Mr. Charlie Brown. He's coming up on here. We love him. I wanted to introduce these fine people. I had them stand earlier, but I wanted to introduce them so you have a name to the face and a face to the name, and so that you know who you need to go to if you have questions about anything. So these are members of our Band Booster Board, our executive board, and our full board in general. So we do have a president, vice president, treasurer, secretary, all the fun things, and I'm going to introduce them very quickly. This is Colleen Ferrara. This is our acting booster president as of right now. Thank you, Ms. Colleen. We appreciate you. We have Mr. Scott Holtree, who's our vice president, right next to her. Thank you, Scott. Ms. Carrie Garn is our secretary, right here. Mr. Russ Reynolds is our treasurer, the big job. The other giant job, Ms. Laura Papel, also a school teacher, does our parent information officer. So she's the one that sends all those emails to y'all. We have 3 board members at large. Mr. Brown he's been here since I was in school, because I love Mr. Brown. He's awesome, so he helps us out still. He says, as long as you're there, I'll help out. So that's Charlie Brown. We have Melissa Tarman, who's a board member at large, and Miss Carrie Garrett, both members at large. And we have other members as well. You are welcome to join our board. We have board members at large of multiple positions. We also have some other ideas for positions that we're trying to come up with. Things that we've been in talks of are things like parliamentarian. I'm looking to try and do a media specialist for the website and for our Facebook when we go live and things like that. If these are positions that sound interesting to you, please, please, please come talk to one of these people, specifically Colleen. If you do talk to her, be prepared to be involved, because she will make sure you get involved. Okay, so but we really, really appreciate anything that you guys can do. And even if you don't want to be a board member, please attend the board meetings, as we're going to have them regularly again in the spring and for the remainder of the year. Please just attend them as a parent, our parent meetings or our board meetings. They are always open. The only time we ever close those board meetings is very briefly and temporarily when we have to speak about student financials, because those are sensitive information for you and for your students, and only specific people can know that. But outside of those board meetings are open to the public, and we really, really, really encourage that you guys attend those with us, so you can know more about what we're doing. Especially this is a great year because we're going to be pushing so much to rebuild and to do new things and to get back what we've lost and also improve and move forward. If these people know, and all my students know, that from marching band we start one of our sayings, which is "We rise above." And I give them a little swoosh that goes on. But we rise above the circumstances that we have, whatever that is. What a great saying to have going into a year like this. And what we've dealt with in the last 3 years, I think it's a perfect saying. So we could use your help, and these are some wonderful people for that. I'm going to let a couple of them speak very quickly about, and I do have a microphone. Brian, I'm sorry, throw this in. Is this good? Perfect, okay. And just very quickly, I wanted to make sure that they have some things to notify you guys about. So turn it over to them. Thank you so much. Miss Colleen Ferrara, everybody.
Thank you, thank you. First off, I'd like to give a big shout out to our band director and have everybody sing a little song that goes, Happy Birthday. So, if we can all sing along, please. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. Happy birthday, dear Corey. First off, I'd like to start out by saying our next our next meeting will be on January 9th, I'm sorry, it changed earlier today. So we're going to be the 9th. From 6 to 7 is the board, and then from 7 to 8 is, all y'all can come in. Okay, you can come into the board meeting too. So please, if you feel like you want to be part of the group, please. I'm stepping down because my son is graduating this year. I can't serve. I can serve on the board, but I can't serve as a member at large. So, you're graduating. Okay, and we have a secretary position coming open. So, we do have a couple open spots that we need to fill, and we need some parents in here to get really active with your children. It has been the greatest pleasure for me to do this with these kids. I've learned a lot from them. They're awesome, they're remarkable, they're outstanding. I'm going to turn this over to our treasurer. He has an update on our GoFundMe. So here we go, Russ.
Hi, everybody. Just wanted to briefly touch base on the GoFundMe. We decided to do a GoFundMe for the band boosters and for the band for all the damage that we had and loss that we had. So far to date, we've raised $2,695 thanks to family, friends all over the country that have seen our posts and everything like that. We really appreciate all the help that you all have given us and to the band. This band is not just a band, it's a family. And from our family to yours, we just want to make sure that we wish you all a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And come out and see us on January 9th because we have a lot of good things planned for the next year. So.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. You're welcome to take a seat. Thank you again. I'm too good for this handheld microphone, so I'm going to put it back in its cradle and be fancy, like J-Lo. Okay, so. All right, so. We're going to go into our wind ensemble portion of our concert. We do have currently two concert bands. Concert bands, we say, are bands that sit on stage. They really should be called stage bands because our new band is going to be called concert band. We'll have a concert band, a symphonic band, and a wind ensemble next year. But we have our wind ensemble, which is our premier or our top ensemble. It's generally our older students, but not always. It's not exclusive to a year in school. It's based off of your dedication, your responsibility, and of course your playing ability, your ability to be able to play at a high level and to consistently come prepared to rehearsal. It's a big part of what we do, and I have a high level of expectation. Everybody knows that we were better about this before the break, before the hurricane, but they know that. Could you guys tell me what time our downbeat is every day? Yeah, see, they don't know anymore because we don't do it like that. They do. Okay, yeah, never mind. Jillian knows. 12:26. Yeah, sixth period starts at 12:25. I give them one extra minute in between classes, and then I walk out of wherever I'm from, and I hold my hands up, and I don't say a word, and we start downbeat. That's the expectation at this level. All students in this class receive honors credit, regardless of year, because of the high level of rigor that is in this class. The expectation of practice and understanding all of the parts, the intricacies for the music and everything you're going to hear. You'll hear a difference in the pieces that we play for them. But with that level of expectation comes a high level of responsibility. So these students have worked very hard to be able to perform some of this music. I'm happy to say that we'll be closing our program with Sleigh Ride, Leroy Anderson's Sleigh Ride, which we have not been able to put on stage here for about 3 or 4 years. So I'm very happy that our students really wanted it, and I said, if you want it, work for it. And so they practiced it, and they came back to the rehearsal after that, and our woodwinds knew it. And I was like, cool, let's do it. So we're going to have it on the program. I don't want to talk too much, but I do want to say that we're going to do the same thing that Symphonic Band did. We're going to play one of our pieces for what was going to be on our fall concert. This is a really, really, really high energy piece that I think you're going to really enjoy, called Exaltation. I just want to double check. Yeah, Mr. James Swearingen is the composer and arranger for this piece. I don't have much to say about it. Just enjoy. James Swearingen's Exaltation and our wind ensemble. Let's get a concert B flat, everybody. If I wasn't already sweating, I definitely am now, okay? Yes, a really, really wonderful piece, really high energy. I hope you guys felt it. Again, a fall piece. It does kind of fit for opening into our Christmas songs, and I wanted to give you guys a little bit of energy coming out of fall. So we're going to move into the holiday portion of our program here. We do have 3 pieces and compositions for you today. This is a piece that's new to us this year. We generally repeat, and most directors do, a lot of the same music around the holiday time. People want to be able to sing and move and do things like that. And we obviously are doing that, and we will continue to do so for the rest of our program. But this piece was actually, Jack, you suggested this to me, didn't you? Cowboy Christmas? Yeah, I thought so, yeah. He's like, I don't know if I did or not. I'm going to say I did, but I'm pretty sure he did, yeah. Jack Lantz over here suggested this piece to me when we were in the midst of the 11 pods that we have, which is where a lot of, most of our, or all of our stuff really, is still in. We have one of those pods that we kind of cleared out of instruments and we turned into our new functioning music library. I say functioning very, very, very loosely. And we were tasked, I was tasked, and the students, of course, therefore, were voluntold to help me classify all this music and see what we lost and what was gone and what had been damaged or replaced or what was still there or what we could salvage and all that fun stuff. That took at least 2 days. I think really more the process of about 3 days. And during that, we found lots of pieces of music. Jack found this piece of music called Cowboy Christmas, which is what we're going to play for you next. I think it's a wonderful blend of traditional Christmas tunes or carols, all the way back from English and Sussex mummers and all the wonderful stuff that they created there with Adeste Fidelis. And then you get the very Americana Copeland feel. I've gotten to talk to them about spaghetti westerns, which is awesome. Okay? They were like, what? They didn't understand. I said the word mosey, and they were like, I don't get it, okay? So we talked about what that means and that feel. You're going to hear Go Tell It on the Mountain, and there's a really awesome, some Foley art, too, if you're unfamiliar with that, some sound effects that you're going to get in this, too. So really wonderful piece, and we're going to continue now with Cowboy Christmas by Mr. Jeff Simmons. Ready to ride off into the sunset now? Yeah. I know that I am, 100%, absolutely. So, perfect, actually. Moving into our next pieces, we have two pieces that are entitled Sleigh Ride. The first one is Midnight Sleigh Ride, which actually comes from a suite of music written by Sergei Prokofiev, a Russian composer, a very famous Russian composer. And this is Midnight Sleigh Ride from his Troika suite, which, if you're not familiar with Troika, is basically his Christmas time Kris Kringle suite that he makes things about. And this piece, you'll hear from the very beginning, it starts with brushes on a snare drum, and it gets a little louder, and you can really hear the horse and sleigh come up. And then you get a very amazing piccolo duet. It's going to be played tonight by Miss Kaylee Reynolds and Miss Celia McLeod. They're going to play the piccolo duet. It comes in 3 times, and these are all we want you to think the entire time is, remember when you were 5, 6, 7, 8 years old, and you got taken to the amazing neighborhood around you that had the awesome Christmas lights? Do we all remember this? I think so, yeah. And all you can do is the whole time and do nothing else. That's what I want you guys to do in your seats right now. Okay, that's the whole point. Just picture yourselves on a snowscape all the way through, and hopefully you'll feel and join us here at the end. There's also a little vocal in here, hoy. So you're going to hear them yell, and if you can catch it, go ahead and scream it with us. You're welcome to. But this is Midnight Sleigh Ride from Sergei Prokofiev's Lieutenant Kijé Suite in Troika. Here we go. Yeah, I normally don't have students stand to recognize, but this song, that is a hard thing to do. And I don't know if you noticed, but there's two of them doing it at the same time in true unison, which means they're playing exactly the same thing. Hello, Ghost of Christmas Past. I am not Ebenezer Scrooge, I promise. I would not be wearing this if I was, okay? Yes, they're playing exactly the same thing at exactly the same time, which in music is literally the kiss of death. It is like the hardest thing to do. And they did a phenomenal job. So one more round of applause for them really quickly. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. Well, folks, we come finally to the end of our program this evening. There is no better way to end a wintertime or Christmas time program than, I think it is, my beard. That's what's doing it. A tiny one. We're going to do this. I'm not. See? No cord. I have eyes. Thank you, though. I appreciate it. With Leroy Anderson's Sleigh Ride, it is the quintessential wintertime holiday, not just Christmas. Thank you, Mr. Bryan. Not just Christmas song. It is definitely our wintertime holiday festive spirit song. I think we all heard it in Macy's and every other department store since the beginning of time. So we will certainly enjoy sending you off with some Christmas cheer tonight with Leroy Anderson's Sleigh Ride. I do have to take one quick second, truly quick, and say thank you to one more person. He doesn't want me to do it, but I'm going to do it anyway. Mr. Long, will you please stand for 1 second? Yeah. This is, for those of you that don't know, that is Mr. Lou Long. He is our principal at Port Charlotte High School. He has done exactly what I've had to deal with the last 4 years, except around the whole school and not just a band program, going through COVID, going through auditorium construction, and then going through what we've dealt with here. And I do have to say that I know many band directors that have gone through many bad things in their school systems, and more often than not, you find that administration is less than helpful at best. I could not speak differently about our school. I know that we have a number of staff members here. I see some of them right here, and I know a number of you as well. And the support that we as a band program have received, not just from administration, from the people who are supposed to help us, but from the people like Mr. Long personally who helps, and made sure we had a room, made sure that we could do something, and not just say, okay guys, band's over for fall, at least. Okay? He didn't let that happen. Our staff has been extremely supportive. They understand kids had to readjust and go back to classes on time. They have to carry instruments around sometimes, and our staff is helping with that. Letting kids out of their classes after they finish their work to help us fix our band room and to get things back on track. For about 2 or 3 weeks, I didn't teach. All I could do was put Band-Aids in fires. And I only did it because of the people that are here, people that are in symphonic band, administration, and the support of the staff. So if you're a staff member at Port Charlotte High School, Mr. Long, and everybody, from the bottom of my personal heart, thank you, because this is not just my job and my career, it is my life. And music is everything to me, and I share it with these kids on stage. And I'm thanking you for letting me continue to do that, even though we didn't have any right to continue to do it. Thank you, yes, sincerely. The very final and very huge thank you that I have to say is to Murdoch Baptist Church. I did not come to them to ask for this. 4 of them came into my office, which is now shared with 2 other ROTC instructors. They came into my office and they said, hey, do you have a minute to talk? And I said, yeah, absolutely. It was Pastor Ron, it was Mr. Bryan, it was Mr. Michael Anderson. I guess 3 of them. I can't count. And they said, what can we do to help you? They came to me and they asked, and this was the week after we came back to school. And I said, you know, we're really struggling for a space to rehearse. Our kids can't rehearse every day together, and due to that, the very next week, we were able to start after-school rehearsals on Mondays and Tuesdays in the lobby or here in the stage, and that is the only reason that we were able to have a winter concert this year. Not just that, they also gave free food to the kids every time they had a rehearsal. They were here, they would fix the air for us, they do all of this free of charge, they charge us nothing, and they help us with everything that we need to in our community. I cannot thank them enough. The volunteers from the people, Pastor Ron, Mr. Michael Anderson, Mr. Bryan, I can't see where you guys are, just thank you. Sincerely, from the bottom of all of our hearts, thank you, right? It was a hard year to find things to be thankful for, and tonight I am filled with gratitude from all of you and from everybody, and I know that these students here feel the same thing, because to them, this is their everything. This is why they go to school. This is why they do what they do, so that they can make music for us. So without any further ado, and sending you off into the Christmas time and holiday time and winter time with wonderful cheer and spirits from us at the Port of Port Charlotte, and know that we are here and we're going to keep growing and getting back. This is Mr. Leroy Anderson's Sleigh Ride. Thank you all for coming out tonight. We hope you enjoy it. One last favor to ask you. If you could all stay standing for 1 second, we do have somebody's quinceañera that is today. Today, okay? Her name is Ariel Artagoza. Where are you, Ariel? I see you over here. I'll split for me for 1 second. Dax, Jackie, scoot up to the side. She's right here. Say hey, wave to everybody. That's a big deal. That's a big deal. So I would love for us to sing happy birthday to her, please, if we could all do that now.